So I am driving home from work, and the entire time I'm driving, I am scanning the freeway to make it clear that I'm basically documenting, use my eyes. I am gonna flag these terrorists talking in my head's records. There's no fucking way in goddamn fucking hell. These bitches are gonna get away with all the shit that they've done. There is absolutely no fucking way. I want them investigated in the worst fucking way. So, first and foremost, as I'm driving, there's nobody in my car. Nobody. Look, nobody's in my car. Okay? The bitches are talking in my head. Everyone that's within proximity of me, I have scanned their vehicle license plate so that the terrorist bitch talking in my head can't make claims that I was talking to somebody and she couldn't identify who they were because I wasn't paying attention to the license plates around me. I make it a point to look for the license plate, scan the license plate. If I could get a quick glance at the driver, I'll do that. A lot of times it's too hard to do both. The license plate is the easiest way to I immediately document who the registered owners are to that vehicle. And then based on their employment, where they live, where relatives live, the terrorist talking in my head showed me how instantly, literally, I met this realtor and they send me a buyer wanting to be and he sends me, and the terrorists are laughing like, get the fucking picture, like within seconds. He sends me a deal. He's like, hey, can you qualify this buyer who happens to be Haitian? She's and on employment authorized with a work authorization, she's a qualified alien, not a permanent resident. Anyways, her husband is still it's pending, so I have no documentation. So the terrorists, like instantly, literally within seconds, they already had the profile on this borrower through a realtor that I met. How quickly did they go through his phone, through his emails, through his text messages, through his everything to pick out a deal and send. Okay, so like I was saying with the realtor, I hosted an open house. He happened to have an open house at the same location. Instantly. And this has happened more than once. The bitches are fucking liars, dude. And this is how stupid they get. They look at the views of all the people that viewed Zelle to see who recently visited an open house or a house actively on the market, and who has it, and the probability that they will, and to steer them away from coming to the open house when I host it if there are a qualified candidate that's unrepresented or has not been pre-approved. I swear. That is how fucking ridiculous it is. That's how much information these psycho terrorists have at their fucking fingertips, okay? And the stupid bitches want to tell me that when I scan license plates although I try, like I said, I try to get a visual glance of the driver, but it's a little harder than to just scan for license plates. And by scanning, all I do is look at the license plate, okay? And I could read one to you right now. 6YHD 0801. So if the terrorists wanted to know if I was talking to someone else on the road, here's somebody right here that I just gave you their license plate that's on the road with me, within proximity to hear what I hear. If it's coming from outside, clearly not in my vehicle, so someone has to be screaming. Okay, and then here's another vehicle. 0932-0H3. See how quickly I just glance it. Okay, I just look at it this is just because I'm recording and reporting what I'm doing, that I'm explaining, like I'm documenting the license plates around me. But this is how stupid the terrorists are. They can fucking look at that license plate, determine okay, where somebody lives, where they work, approximately where their kids go to school if they have kids, if they have family in the area, if they're visiting somebody, if they can go through their text messages like it's like instant. So there's absolutely no fucking way in fucking goddamn hell that the terrorist talking in my head can say that they can't identify where the voices I hear in my head are coming from. There's no way. If in fact it was coming from outside, and mind you, like, think about how ridiculous it sounds to be in the car by myself, and most of the time, because right now I'm live streaming and I don't need any more alerts that I have. It's a copyright, because sometimes the music plays in the background or what have you, and it flags my thing for third party whatever, and if I get money, whatever portion of my money goes to whoever the affiliate or the copyrights go to that I'm playing. So anyways, aside from that, typically I'm playing music, so imagine I'm playing music, I'm in the car, I'm driving by myself, I'm in motion, okay? And in motion, I hear the same fucking voices. And I'm not only just in motion, cars driving past me, okay? Not paying attention, making rights, making lefts, going straight, turning. The ones that are behind me, turn, go ahead of me, stay behind me until I turn. Nobody's stalking me. I'm making it clear. I'm identifying that nobody's stalking me. I'm identifying the license plates. And then all that information at their fingertips. And then, like, the rationale of, like, okay, well, if she's hearing voices, it's not in the car, she's playing music, the voices have to be coming from outside. There's all these people within proximity. It's only a few. Where are the voices possibly fucking coming from that no one else is looking startled, is stopping, has anything to say, reports anything? And then the voices are moving in motion with all these cars that are no longer within proximity of me. Still yet I hear the voice. American Muslim women terrorists, they're using a war weapon and they're talking in my fucking head, pretending like their voice is coming from outside, dude. They're trying to manipulate the records. They want to open up another investigation before my daughter turns 18. Okay? Murder me. So here, and I have this huge void I need to fill with some stupid, nasty, and AIDS-infested person. Okay, not to say that they're stupid or nasty, and I feel bad because some people are legit. It's just life is unfair, and they just happen to fucking catch it. They want me to catch AIDS. They want me to die. They want to say it wasn't expected. I have the right to sleep with whoever I want. I have the right to, so it's like all like within like a reasonable argument that they didn't do anything wrong to not report what was going on in my life. And furthermore, they had to make sure that I was explaining to everyone once I caught it that I have it. I don't have AIDS. I'm just saying, that's what the bitch is talking in my head. That is like the only fucking thing that I could possibly come up with that makes somewhat sense as to how they plan on sliding right up under the fucking radar. Plus, they were hearing me talk back and forth to these voices that I hear. They couldn't source the voices, and lo and behold, I caught AIDS in the process, and bam! They're so fucking stupid. It's beyond comprehension. I have a 16-year-old daughter than an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old son he's gonna be 20 and he's going to Cal Poly. I want to watch. I just left my first cousin's wedding. Like, what the fuck? I obviously love my children. They're my priority. This is fucking sick. I want to see my kids walk down the aisle. The bitch is talking in my fucking head. I hold my tongue and I'm like, and it's not even hold my tongue. I have to rationalize constantly that they may not be in their right state of fucking mind because these bitches are using a weapon of mass destruction that can manipulate their fucking thoughts or destroy their ability to comprehend, or it can rewire their fucking mind to believe 2 + 1 = 6 when it doesn't. It absolutely does not, but in their fucking mind, they say it that way. And I know it's a fact, because when I'm driving, the stupid bitches will make me think, okay, CVS is to my left, and I'll make a left. When I have been living in Mission Viejo for 30 plus years, since 1995, it is 2026. I know these streets like the back of my fucking hand. And I am so utterly convinced it's live, and I'll make a laugh, and then they'll laugh, like, ha, 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 stupid bitch. That's how easy it is. So they can get me a traffic ticket, so they can make me look like an aggressive driver, and it's like when I'm going somewhere, and it's like, okay, I'm pushing the line, I shouldn't actually be making any stops, or whatever, and I'm like running to pick up my medication, or my daughter wants something, and it's like when I'm leaving for work, and it's like, okay, fine, baby, let me go grab it. It's just, they do shit like, okay, so they could try and make me look like an aggressive driver. And then the tickets that I get are they're predetermined, because they don't want me driving for Uber, or they don't want me making money at all to provide for my kids. But they're murdering to spoil the shit out of their kids. And the $50 or the $100 or the $5,000 that I make on deals, they want to sabotage innocently. And then, furthermore, their organization of men are the most low-down garbage on the face of the fucking planet. And the women talking in my head have no remorse on me when they're setting their daughters to sleep with some psychopaths. These are the filthiest women on the face of the fucking planet. Do you understand me? The women talking in my head and what they want for they are like, it is beyond comprehension. It is beyond. It is so fucking far beyond comprehension. I can't. And they're women. Like, they don't understand. They don't understand what they're subjecting their daughters to.
Just a minute. You've forgotten your phone.
And mind you, I don't know them, okay? I don't know these terrorist women talking in my head. I couldn't point them out they're a needle in a haystack as far as I'm concerned, okay? But the terrorists, they do this affiliation, okay, with each other, where in order to be a part of this terrorist organization, they have to murder so they can have shit on each other. So these little fucking weasels are like, the women, man, I don't fucking get it. Like, are the women men? Like, what is this? And then all these men, your Brad Pitts, your Drakes, okay, and no offense, okay, but to the lesser of the attractive men, okay, they're making buco fucking bucks. Like, you fucking out of your goddamn mind? And quite frankly, they have slept with women with way less intelligence than the bitches talking in my fucking head. And they're all good fucking men. They want to tell me they have an excuse? Who the fuck is Cece? I don't think Cece, who's running the country that these bitches want to run, okay? What was he? Who was he? What was his salary? That isn't enough? Plus the entire country? I'm just saying, it's not that any one of these bitches are not equipped to run a country, or that they don't, like, they're just sick in the fucking head. At this point, it is really an illness. They need to be sentenced to fucking death, and it's beyond comprehension, and it's beyond their control. This is the most miserable group of human beings I have ever in my life had to experience. I have never seen them, but I hear them in my head, and I guarantee you 100%, I know them more than they know each other. Okay? They are low down on another fucking level. So it is like, I have no words for this other than they need to be investigated and sentenced to death. I have a daughter, and I love her, and I have a son, and I love him, and I want money, and I want to walk them down the aisle, and I want my houses, and I want to travel before I fucking die. I am 40. I am still young enough to travel the world at least once or twice. In 20 years, it is possible. They have done it these terrorists are about my age, and they've probably done it a gazillion times. I'm asking for it twice before I turn 60. I want them sentenced to death. Now I'm home. I'm going to live stream from now till whenever. Okay, until I can't take it anymore. I gotta play music. My daughter wanted to go to TJ Maxx. I'm gonna see if she still wants to go. I have a file I could be working on. I could be getting ready for my day tomorrow. I have things I could be doing. So I'm not gonna sit here and entertain you. You're gonna just see me walking back and forth, probably, and that's about it. So I could capture what's going on around me. As a matter of fact, I need to put my phone on the charger. They're laughing in my head. My face is swelling. I can feel it swelling. It's obvious. It's obvious. I don't know if this has ever been done before in life, in history. Okay? I don't know if in history anyone has ever come to the conclusion I came to today or over the past few months. Like every day I'm like I'm realizing, hey, there are more ways to like create discrepancies with this record so that it's obvious they're talking in my head. And every day as the days go on and I'm basically fighting for my life, it's becoming more apparent to me like, okay, there's another way. Here's another way. Here's another way I can make it a difference. I can make a difference and prove that these terrorists are talking in my head. God, I hope this deal comes through. I just had another deal. And if I can prove residency for this Haitian woman that I met, her and her husband, or at least her and her sister, if her sister makes enough income, then we might be able to qualify them to buy a loan. They're making me go cross-eyed. My son needs his glasses. I'm so fucking preoccupied with them, like in between, like taking what would have been like a moment to think about my son. It's like they're occupying my mind because it's like I'm so focused on one thing because I want to accomplish something. So it's like I put my attention to that I forget all the little things, like calling my son and saying, hey, go make sure you get your glasses before you leave to school. And he's packing up on the 16th. We leave again to San Luis Obispo. He's officially moving. We have to go Amazon everything, have it shipped over there. He needs a bike while we need to buy him a bike. We need to make sure he has enough. He has clothes, he has underwear, he has pots, pans, utensils, he has pens, he has school supplies, he has his laptop, his computer, he has everything he needs so that he's comfortable. He has blankets, he has everything. Okay? I have that to think about. Plus I have my daughter who's also going to school around the same time. She starts the last week of August. I need to go shop, and I have no money. I have no money. I'm literally running dry on whatever I tried to hold on to the money that I had for as long as I possibly could. I'm running low on money. The terrorists are watching every dime that comes in, and they're finding a way to finding ways to sabotage me so it looks like I'm just spending a little bit. Because if it's like big chunks of money, I'm obviously going to be paying more attention to where the money is going. So it's like, oh, a little eyeshadow here my daughter asks for, which I know she doesn't need, but because honest to God, she doesn't get shit. She doesn't, I can't afford to take them traveling. I can't afford to do anything that other parents are doing. I have friends that go get their body done, get their face done, get their hair done every week, get their nails done. They bought a house, they pay a mortgage, they go to destination weddings, they go on trips, they go to Egypt. They have money. I don't do any of that for my kids. Do you understand? And it's just me because the terrorist talking in my head caused my ex-husband so much brain damage, and it's on the records, and they're so fucking scared of what's going to happen to them when these records get flagged and they come forward. They're playing with his head so that he doesn't seek medical attention, so he's not getting MRIs, no imaging, so there's nothing on him. I promise to God, I promise you, God, I promise to God, I'm going to make sure that I flag these records. They're getting sentenced to death. This is over. It is out of control. What's going on in my head is out of control. I know what's going on. This is and I have another year and a half to really so the terrorists are laughing like, haha. I hope the people commenting on your page make you feel stupid. Like, I will discuss this for as long as it takes, okay, to make sure that I sever that opportunity that they have to gain access to further investigate. They have one shot to create, it's simultaneously. If I cut them off, I cut them off completely. No more further investigation, and no more on my daughter, okay? Because she's 18, she'll be a free agent. And then no more investigating, no more of the, or, well, I guess there is a possibility of them, but I don't know how. I hear voices in my head. Nah, I'm cutting that off. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. That is out. On God. So, um, because I'll be checking myself into every institution, every opportunity I get to make it clear. I hear them in my head and verbatim what they say. That investigation that they want to have with my daughter and my son using this weapon, that's out of here. And any records that they wanted to gain access to, that's out. I'm clipping that. I'm done talking. I'm done talking. Get out of here. They're gonna come out of it, or they're getting investigated. And I love you, United States. I love you from the bottom of my fucking heart. I love you like nobody's business. I love you, Beyonce. I love you, Obama. I love you, Michelle. I love you, Drake. I love you, Kendrick. I love you, everyone in behind the scenes that are working with them to prosecute these terrorists and sentence them to death. I love you. I love you for not letting them go and get away with the crimes they've committed. I love you for not letting the money get I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for not letting the money get to you, because you could have easily tied in with these psycho terrorists and formed an alliance. So I thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure it's almost exactly the same thing, except one's super fucking retarded and one isn't. Like, retarded in the sense that he'll risk it all. Where other people are just way more conservative and won't risk shit.
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm sorry,